Today we're going to be talking about the Gnoblin. So this is a Mosko Moto mount. I'm going to be mounting the Reckless 80 on a Husqvarna FE501, and this should help with getting it on the bike and getting it off the bike quicker than these three straps. 1, 2, and I believe there's a third one right here. Yeah, the third one's right there. So we'll remove those. I'm not sure about this bar. I like the rigidity of this bar. We might just keep the bar, or we may take it off. I've seen a couple videos where they just take this completely out of here. And in order to remove these, obviously you just open that up, slide the bar out. These come off with the because they go around the bar. So let's check that out. One of my concerns with this is where it's going to mount. I may have to drill holes in here. This is the True North Motoz rear rack for the FE501. Loving the rack, but again, I think this is the appropriate hole for it, but I'm not positive. So let's check it out. The orientation of this basically is going to be like this. So if you have your knob here, this is the part that's going to slide on there. The top face of this is going to be the bottom face of your Reckless 40 or your Reckless 80. Above that, so it's going to be sandwiched in here, is going to be this piece. So as you slide this on, like that, then you turn this knob and it cinches down on the top of that, pulling this up, preventing it from moving out. Pretty easy, pretty simple design. And then of course, what's preventing this from moving this way would be your side straps that come down here. So let's go ahead and get those straps off, and we'll go from there. So this is the bottom of the Reckless 80. This is the pad. Basically, this is going to mount right in here. I'm not going to cut this until I get it mounted. I'll figure out where it goes. I've seen most people put it right here on these seams, basically just like that. So I'll cut this later. These are just Velcroed on, and I do have a spare one of these. So I'm going to pull this pad off, mark where I want it to go, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to start off by mounting the bottom portion because I want to be able to locate it over the stitching. And so if I put the top one on and then transfer the holes, I don't know if I'm going to be centered. So let's go ahead and just stick this on here to where I think it might be good. And that looks to be centered. And I can't get down there with that. So let me find another marking device. Actually, what I can do, if I know that's where it's going to be, I can use this to mark it. That looks about centered. So I obviously need to drill a hole for this knob to come through as well. So I'm thinking that's going to be right here, and we'll make it a little oversized. We'll make it a little higher. All right. Now to bust out the drill and drill those holes. So I don't know if this is going to help, but it seemed to help on the bigger hole. So I drilled the big hole out to 3/8 and I drilled these out to 15/64. This is the 15/64 bit. As you can see, I mean, the hole is through, but there's a lot of scraggly material going through the hole. So what I did on this one is I went ahead and heated up the bit Oops. And then run it through again, just to melt the sides of that. And get a good clean hole. And there you go. Okay, I made a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake. So when I put this on here, I transferred the holes down and through this. What I didn't account for on this hole is that this is actually going to be this way, and so I need the hole here. So I'm going to drill another hole. But in the future, if you guys are watching this video, don't make the same mistake I did. All right, I've got my bolts, got some Loctite on them, got everything oriented the way it needs to go. I'm going to hold this underneath, align the holes, and get these bolts started. All right, I'm going to flip it over, check it out, and then I'm going to go ahead and try mounting it. So as you can see from my second hole, I'm actually using the right hole this time. So let's see what it looks like when I turn it out. And that's as far as I need to go. Let's go ahead and, looks to me like these two on the top are in deeper than the bottom one, so I'm going to tighten those up. But just preliminarily, let's see what it looks like when I mount it on here. That's it. Once you get it tight, locks into place. Tighten these two bolts up and I'm done. Okay, Mosko Moto Reckless 80 is on here now. I also have the Reckless 40. My options are to go around this bar for the lower cinch strap, or to come up here, or go around the foot peg, maybe come around something right here. But what I noticed was that this is obviously the True North Motors rack. It's a round tube. I'm not sure about the ID or the wall thickness of it, but basically what they've done is they've smashed it down. They've welded the top, bottom, and both sides. So everything's welded. So if I were to drill a hole right here, it's not going to do anything structurally to the rack because the weld here is what's holding it. So if I drill a hole centered on that, and then I mount these green chili rack, whatever, strap holders, I'm not sure what they're called, and put a bolt through, then I could cinch it down right here and call it good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I also probably want to take, these are laser cut, which is pretty nice, but I want to take and round some of these edges off just because I don't want it to cut into my strap. But this way I'm not right next to the exhaust on this side. The other side isn't much as big of a deal, but I might as well just match it on the other side as well. So, excuse me, this is what it's going to look like. So cinch it, put it through there, stick a bolt through that, and call it good. The back side is a little tight because of the master cylinder for the rear brakes, but I'm a big proponent of saving all of my nuts and bolts, and I don't know where I got these, but this is a metric bolt And I think it'll work perfect in here because it also matches the hole size and it's flanged. So check that out. I've already measured this out, 25 millimeters. Thickness of this is, I think 11 millimeters. I took my calipers to that. So if I go through there, add on 11 millimeters, that's going to put this right about there. And I think that's great. And of course, I'll Loctite them. All right, I'm going to get to drilling. See you in a few. Okay, I'm showing you the other side. Got the hole drilled. I'm going to go ahead and get the Loctite on there. Probably a little much, but safe than sorry, right? That's on there. I've already sanded these to make sure that there's no rough spots. Might need to turn it a little bit, but finished product. I feel much better about that than going around here or here with the chain in the way. That's about as perfect as you can get. Don't mind all the dirt. That's Ridgeway, dusty lizard dirt. All right, see you on the trail.